everybody, today I am going to be making chocolate covered cherries. Literally, they are so delicious. So if you guys want to know how to make these, just stay tuned and I'll walk you through the very easy steps. For these chocolate covered cherries, you will need one 12-ounce bag of chocolate, one 12-ounce bag of red vanilla flavored chocolate, 1.5 cups of powdered sugar, 2 tablespoons of butter, 1 10-ounce container of cherries. For utensils, you will need 1 cup and 1/2 cup measuring cups, wax or parchment paper, 1 whisk, a small mixing bowl, a couple sheets of paper towel, this is Bounty, 1 cookie sheet, 1 small spoon to grab your cherries out of the container with, and then you can begin. Step 1 is to take your cherries and lay them all across the paper towel so that they can drain. Once you are done with this, remember to save this cherry juice that this stuff was in because we will need this for the next step. Now set your cherries aside so that they can dry and drain. So now what you're going to do is take your parchment paper or your wax paper, whichever one that you have. I have wax paper because literally I use wax paper for like everything. And so you're just going to line your pan with it, and I'm just going to set it gently in there. So now that you have this ready, take this and just set this aside also. Alright guys, step 3 is by far the most fun part of this whole entire thing. So what we are going to want to do is take our butter, dump it in there like that, a tablespoon of this cherry liquid, now take your 1.5 cups, now take your 1.5 cups of powdered sugar and put it in the bowl. Ooh, I kind of made a mess. But that's okay, that's all a part of the fun baking steps, right? Alright, so now guys, what we're going to do is we're just going to whisk this all together until it is all blended nicely. This right here is going to be the filling that goes around the cherries. Doesn't that already look so delicious? Yum, 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 yum! This is like literally the only thing that I hate about whisks, is that like when you're mixing small little things like this, it gets stuck in there so dang easily, guys. Ah. That's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Alright, so now if you ask me, that looks like it's mixed pretty good. However, I am going to add just a little bit more powdered sugar because it is supposed to be more stiff than that. And hey, if you guys go through the same problem, do the same. Add it until it's kind of a harder mixture, not so runny like this is here. Wow, that was way too much. But it's okay. If it's too much, you can always add in a little bit more cherries. Seriously guys, chocolate covered cherries, you cannot go wrong. It's all about the cherry and it's all about the chocolate. So if we mess this up just a little bit, that's okay, no one will notice. You know why? Because they're too concentrated on the chocolate and the cherry to even notice about this filling anyways. But even with that being said, we still need to make sure that it's pretty near close perfect. Oh my goodness, seriously? Seriously? Get out of there, get out of there, get out of there, get out of there. Like, is it just me or do you guys have this kind of struggles too? Maybe it's just me. This is like the legit struggles of cooking and baking. It's okay to get your finger in there. If all of your filling is in your wisp, it won't come out like mine is. Okay, so now guys, seriously, this is perfect. That light pink mixture, the texture of it being kind of hard. Oh my gosh, seriously, this is where it's at. This is perfect. Alright, so now if you're having the difficulties like I am, seriously, just use your finger and just make sure that you guys washed your hands before this, because I did, and if you didn't, that's really gross. Now, come on, how am I supposed to get it off of here? This might look a little bit messier than it's supposed to, but seriously, this is all just a learning experience. Okay, look at how good that looks. Yum! That tastes so soft and sweet. Oh my gosh, guys. Seriously, when you do this, you are going to love it. Oh my gosh, I am so excited for this to just be done already. I just want to eat them. Alright everybody, how you hanging in there? Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to use our hands, okay? Make sure that you have washed your hands before you move on to this step. Seriously, because having people's nasty, grody germs on other people's food is just gross, okay? So what we're going to want to do is we're going to take a 1/2-inch ball and we're going to flatten it out. We're going to take a cherry. We're going to cover this cherry in it. So just wrap it around it like this here. And if your stuff is too sticky still, just add more powdered sugar so that it isn't near as sticky. And then just roll it out to kind of even it. Alright, so go ahead and do that. I'm going to fast forward so you guys don't got to sit here and watch me do every single one of these.
I'm just making balls, making little cherry balls. I'm just making balls, I'm just making cherry balls. I'm just making balls, I'm just making cherry balls, cherry balls, cherry balls.
If you guys want to sing along while you're doing it, that's great too. If it isn't cooperating with you guys, just grab new stuff and rub it on there and just roll it into your little ball, because no matter what you do, they're gonna look great. And you know what? They're gonna taste even better. Liam seriously is over here. He's my son. If you guys don't know who Liam is, or if you guys are new subscribers, he's over here like trying to steal all my cherries. And seriously, how do I tell that boy no? It's like, oh, he's so darn cute though. If you guys have 1-year-olds and they steal your cherries, that's perfectly fine. That's actually normal, and that's actually how you do it. And hey, the more that they eat right now, the less weight that we probably will gain. One more and that's it. Last but not least, the very last cherry. So that worked out perfectly. Okay, so now what we're going to do is stick this pan in the freezer for 30 minutes. Now melt your candy melts into a bowl. Seriously guys, they smell delicious. Okay, so when you melt these, what you're going to want to do is put them in the microwave. And this seriously is fine. I mean, even if it's to the brim. The only reason that I say that is because once it melts, it will go down more and it will not take up near as much of the bowl. So I'm going to go ahead and microwave this for 45 seconds. And as it cooks, if it needs to be cooked or microwaved longer than that, just go ahead and keep stirring so that it doesn't get clumps and so that it melts evenly. So now I am going to take my red candy melts and I am going to put some in this mug here because I am going to make mine look super fancy and drizzle some red on them because it is the Christmas season. So I'm going to go ahead and do about half the bag. But seriously, you guys could do however much that you want. You guys could put like reindeer noses or like decorate them really cute, but I'm just going to drizzle it. So after I can get about half the bag out, still not about half. I should have ripped a big old hole. Okay, so now that I have about half of them in there, I'm going to go ahead and microwave this. Alright guys, so now look at that nice creamy chocolate. So it took me about 1 minute and 45 seconds to get that one all completely melted. And I did leave it so that it was kind of a little bit hot so that when the ice cold cherries get in there, they don't turn cold too fast. And then the red, it took me about 1 minute and 15 seconds. Obviously because the stuff doesn't have near as much. But then I am going to go ahead and take this red and I'm going to go ahead and put it in one of these little bags. I kind of folded the end already. I did not say this in the instructions, but if you guys do have this or even a plastic baggie, remember this part is optional. But if you want to, just take all of your red, if you decided to do the red. Oops, I got it everywhere already. Ah! Okay, this is what you call the life of mom. Okay, so now, no, it's not blood on my hand, it's just red frosting. So now I'm going to take, or not frosting, chocolate. Well, it's actually vanilla. If you guys get the point. Okay, so now I'm just going to take all of this, shove it in here. Alright, perfect. Okay, so now I'm just going to tilt it up, I guess. Like that, just tilted it up. I'm just going to push all of the air out, then push it down, and twist it like this here so that, if you guys have the baggie, do the same thing. I mean, just push it in a corner and then do that. But now I'm going to set this aside because as I do them about every 5, I will drizzle them. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and dip my frozen cherries into the chocolate. I am just going to put them back on the wax paper on the tray after I am done because they do have to go into the refrigerator. For this, you will want to use a fork to put them in there and then to dish them back out and put them on here. Now I am just going to trim the little end off like this. Now I am just going to drizzle these. Now I'm going to go and keep doing some more. The next step is to put all of your chocolate covered cherries in the refrigerator for 15 minutes so that they harden. Okay, so now that they are done, I just pulled them out of the fridge. And so now what I'm going to do is just these big old chunks. I'm just going to nicely cut them off without cutting my finger, hopefully. Alright everybody, so now they're done and ready to serve. Don't they look really good? Actually tried one. And they are really, really good. Thank you all for watching, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up and keep an eye out for more of my baking videos. Thanks, guys. Bye.